All right, cool. Thank you. And I'll only share it as a mini clip or something as long as you approve. So
Okay.
I'll leave that to you.
Okay.
So it's good to see you.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you. So so are all the kids napping right now?
No, I've got two. I took two to school this morning, and the other one, I even got a Cal. He's snapping, and I got him. We went on a walk in the stroller. They live on a hill, so what goes down must come back up. So, so that was good, and he loved the fresh air too. So actually, I got a little bit of cardio in there, so that was good.
Nice, nice. Okay. Well, thank you for coordinating and making time for this, even though you're busy grandma for the week.
Oh no, we're good, and I'm glad we were able to do this. So
Yeah, likewise. So let's make sure we cover what you need to have covered so that this week is a successful stepping stone, huh?
yeah. Well,
All right.
okay, Joey, I think just all the things that you've been preparing me for, I feel so much better. I mean, just like getting in that walk.
Yes.
You know, after, because I dropped the kids off, we went to Walmart, Cal and I together. First time I've ever taken him out like that.
Nice.
And then when we got home, I unloaded, threw him in the stroller, and just went and did that. So that was really good.
Yes. So it's these little things that are really going to add up during your stay there. The biggest challenge you're under, we've been through this before, is when you're there with the kids, it's usually just you and them.
Right.
No other help.
No, and the puppy.
Yeah. And the puppy. So, which is awesome because there's, that's blessed, priceless time, as you know.
Oh,
but the challenge is, all right, how does Debbie stay on her program while being the sole caretaker of the kids during these 4 or 5 days, whatever it turns out to be, right? So as we've learned in the past, we have to make adjustments, right? Because obviously you can't do your full sessions like you were doing at home, which it's part of the bigger picture of this. We make sure that we can do what we do at home, right? So that when we go away or we're visiting or traveling, vacation, et cetera, taking care of the grandkids, we have some latitude in being able to back off, adjust for the situation, and still know that we're making progress in the big picture, right? So I know the question you asked me was, I think I'm gonna need some guidance during these intense, several days. So same principles are going to apply. Like, you're going to make maximum use out of getting outdoors for even short walks. If it's 2 or 3 a day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20-minute round trip, awesome. Like, they're going to add up in terms of giving you enough physical activity and movement and calorie burning, let's just call it, for lack of a better word, to keep you on course. Okay. Even though you might not be getting your full Atlas training sessions in, with all the body zones and stuff, and using the bands and the light dumbbells and all that, that's okay, because
I brought those though.
You did.
I brought 2 bands and a dumbbell.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. So we'll touch on that. The more movement you're able to get. So I'm assuming the weather is decent enough to be outside.
Yes, it's finally turned nice. So yeah, it snowed last week. So this week it's in the 60s. So that's good.
Beautiful, beautiful. So let's go here. So when the kids get home from school, are you picking the kids up from school? Do they get a ride?
Well, actually, today works out nice because the other grandma that lives here in Reno, she's going to pick them up, and they're going to spend the night with her tonight. So I just have Cal.
Okay.
So that's going to leave a lot more free time than the other two, you know,
Okay,
so
this is good.
yeah.
Okay.
So it will be good. And he will probably sleep now for a couple hours. And then get up, you know, and then it'll be dinner and then to bed and stuff. So,
Okay.
but and he may go 3 hours, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. Because he was up early and we were out in the fresh air and
Right.
all of that. So he may go a little longer.
Okay. So are you planning on training while he's sleeping?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So this is good. So it's Tuesday. Um, tomorrow's Wednesday. You're going to, is it Yerington?
Thursday is gonna be I'll probably have some time in the morning because Evie will go to school. Wes, I'm keeping home from daycare. And then as soon as Evie's school's out at like 3 o'clock, I'll pick her up and we'll head back to Yerington. So
Okay.
I may be able to get something in that morning.
Okay.
And then we'll be back in Yerington for Thursday night, Friday night, and then I'll bring the kids back here Saturday morning.
Okay. When you're in Yerington, are you able to find a little personal time to do some fitness?
Yeah, because then I'll have more family,
Right.
you know, that type of thing. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So that's covered. I trust you're going to make it happen. I know that's not going to be a concern. You're going to make it happen because you'll have other hands to help. I know you're going to train today. Tomorrow, being that you're solo with Cal in the morning, because the kids are going to be taken care of in the morning, right?
Right. Yeah, they won't be coming back till tomorrow afternoon.
What time does Cal get up in the morning typically?
7.
Okay. You're probably not going to get up before that to train, right?
Well, if I get to bed and have a good night's sleep.
All right. So let's try to make that happen then.
Okay.
Because let's just say, okay, you don't end up training in the morning. You have Cal most of the day. You'll get out for a nice walk or two.
Yeah, we could do that again.
Right. Will you be picking up the kids in the afternoon tomorrow?
No, she's gonna bring them to me. So
okay,
because that's like a 45-minute round trip to,
right.
or even closer to an hour by the time you get everything. So
Right.
that'll work out good.
So Cal will be napping if I'm drawing this out properly. Cal will be napping around this time, which means
right.
You'll have some free time again.
Right.
Okay, so don't pressure yourself to do it in the morning tomorrow unless it works out that way, knowing that you can be doing it around now.
Right.
Anyway, so this is good. You're not going to miss much on this trip.
No, actually, no. This trip is, they have everything. They had everything so dialed in. I mean, they had lunches made. They had bags packed. They had clothes laid out.
Oh, nice.
So the car's already packed also for me to go to Yerington. So
okay.
Yeah, so that worked out great.
Okay, so cool. So it sounds like we've got the fitness training covered.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. The eating part, you personally have the nutrition like in the good zone. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming part of the challenge when you're with the kids is that they're having these other odd things, mac and cheese or whatever treats or carbohydrate rich stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. In the moment, it can be hard to resist having a bite or two, right? Are you able to make your own stuff? Like even though you have the kids stuff you have to make?
Yeah, no. She did shopping for me, so I've got veggies. I have leftover salmon from last night. I've got did a chicken salad with a lot of veggies and stuff. And so I wanted to show you this. I don't know if you've seen this. It's the keto bread.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted to ask you, because it's 11 grams of carbohydrate, 10 grams of fiber. Thank you. Is this okay?
so great question, by the way. All right. Here's what I'll say. Yes, it's okay. How many calories in a slice?
35.
Okay.
And it's got resistant wheat starch, the oat fiber, sunflower seeds, ground flax, calcium sulfate.
So there's probably at least five grams of protein in a slice, right?
They have 3, right?
3. Okay. 3. For a slice of bread, that's not bad. So here's what I would say. Keto bread. Is it like a magical bread that's going to negate like any effect from a carbohydrate type bread? Maybe a little bit. It's going to offset, but those breads still have a tendency to like give us like possibly some of that bloat.
Okay.
That too many carbohydrates would give us.
Right.
That being said, if you're getting your training in, you're getting some walking time in, one slice of that with like some avocado spread,
right.
That could be fine. Totally fine. All right. If you said, does it make a difference if I eat this or if I have a nice hearty slice of Ezekiel bread? No, it doesn't make a difference. I'd rather you have the Ezekiel bread.
Ezekiel bread, because it's more natural ingredients.
Yes. The thing about these keto products is that generally speaking, it's more of a, even though the ingredients are different, there's a lot more fiber, they try to make it like bread, but yet they're using a different ingredient profile. It's sort of gimmicky. Like keto is big, so keto products are going to be big.
Right.
Ultimately, I've never had anybody say, oh yeah, I'm eating all the keto breads and stuff and I'm feeling phenomenal. A lot of people do say, I feel bound up. I feel like I'm a little bit more bloated. Right?
Okay.
So I'm not saying not to have it. Have a slice, but make sure it's part of our typical meals that we've been developing and making part of your regular routine. So salad, veggies.
Yeah, maybe Cal and I will go to Trader Joe's tomorrow and do a little bit of shopping, because I want to make your apple berry
bliss.
The one you sent me. We did the cauliflower, and Jeff even loved it. And I love it. I made his a little more Cajun, spicy, and he loved it.
So here's what's cool. I actually made it last night, and I have, so that like you can, with a hearty head of cauliflower, you can make 3 steaks.
Right. Well, and it depends on how the head is, because I had this great looking head, but when I sliced it wasn't all connected. But even the little pieces, you could saute and they.
Yes. So I made one last night because once I get on a kick like this and something's really good, it's got a permanent place in my weekly rotation. Yeah. And these cauliflower steaks are like magic.
Yeah.
So I made one last night. I'm going to do a different version tonight. And the third one I'll do Wednesday night. My point is that we can change what we use to season it for a slightly different flair and different meal, right? So you're going to make the Cajun one. We could do Tex-Mex, we could do Italian. We could do the ones that I've already shared in the recipe section of Total Access. And I've got more ideas. That's the beauty of it. Cauliflower can go in a bunch of different directions. And that cauliflower steak, it's substance. You're eating something.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. We cook it in the coconut. Did you make yours in coconut oil or something else?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, let me know how that turns out.
Now back to your appleberry bliss. Did you use sesame oil on that or sunflower oil?
So good question. It should be sunflower oil.
Okay, yeah, because in the ingredients, I think you had sesame seed oil.
I may have done that by mistake. Let me
Is sesame seed oil okay, or?
Yeah, so it's actually really good. Put this on your shopping list. If you go to Trader Joe's, they
Right.
have an organic toasted sesame oil.
Okay.
Let me go grab the bottles. Don't go away.
Okay. Okay.
And
Do you go outside? You want to go outside? You want to go outside? Come on. You want to go outside? Go. Outside?
all right. So I'm pretty sure all Trader Joe's locations carries this.
Okay.
This is a great little bottle to have on hand because it's powerful. You don't need a lot of this,
Right.
right?
Right. It can be overpowering.
Yes. So literally just a few drops. Like I use this on the cauliflower steak sometimes, and I'll put it on the bottom of the pan so that I can swirl the cauliflower around so that those few
Right.
drops get on the whole piece. So see if you can get that. And yes, correct. So this is the sesame oil that I use on the baked apple bliss sometimes. Okay, so this is not toasted.
Oh, okay.
But we can use organic sunflower oil as well. We can go either way. So what I do is I usually start with coconut oil as like the first oil for the baked apples, regardless of which version I'm making.
Okay.
And especially if I have some of the oats in there, like the oats soak up some of the oil, right?
Now,
So if I'm making a big batch and I mix it around after a few minutes of letting it start to get hot and the oil has melted, if I see there's not enough, I'll drizzle some of this over the top to give it enough oil it needs to cook properly.
okay. So the coconut oil, is it liquid or is it solid?
Yeah, good question. So like right now on my counter, mine is almost fully solid.
Okay.
So if it's cool in the house, it's going to be solid. But
right.
like as if like some people keep their homes really warm, as it gets warmer here in the summer and I let my temp go up because I like it warm, I'm more comfortable that way. My coconut oil on the counter will be more liquefied because it's just warmer in the house.
Okay.
So depending on the temperature of the
Because
inside of your home.
I've got an organic one in a tub that's solid.
Yeah.
And
So you can scoop that with a tablespoon,
right.
right? Or if you want to liquefy it, you could just run it under hot water for a couple minutes and it will start to liquefy. But
Okay.
it's the same exact thing. So the
Okay.
measurement's not going to change. It's
Okay.
just solid when it's colder and it's more liquefied if it's warmer.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Cal and I are going to do a little trip to Trader Joe's tomorrow.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
One other thing on the food. What about kimchi?
Yeah, if you like it, I mean, you know, these fermented foods, they're really good for digestion, the gut, natural biotics. So if you like it and you want to include it in any of your meals, please go ahead.
Okay.
The one thing I was going to ask you, and I don't want to sidetrack you, is you're still generally fasting in the mornings, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So even while you're away, you keep that going. You stick to the same principles for the meals. You put a little mental filter up for all the kids stuff that you're having to serve them, and you could treat yourself here and there. I mean, you've been doing good with like some of the dark chocolate and the dark chocolate rice cakes and some little treats here and there. You're doing fine with that if you just keep the same habits going.
Right. Yeah. I feel I'm doing a lot better.
Oh, you are. Absolutely.
So my one, I guess, problem area is what I call the menopause belly.
Right.
And because I've always had pretty decent abs,
Yeah.
but now so I do have a doctor's appointment next Monday
Okay.
that I want to ask him about, my thyroid medicine, the Paxil that I'm taking for hot flashes, all those things. And I just want to get some insight from him,
Right.
my iron, because I was anemic, several years ago. So I'm taking, I'm still on, one tablet of iron. So I know he's going to do a full panel because he's a concierge doctor
Okay,
that my
good.
chef goes to. And so I'm just now signing up with him as well.
Perfect.
So he'll do a whole blood panel of everything and see where that's at,
Well, so yeah, it'd be good to compare it to the last numbers you have too.
Right.
Okay. So let's make note of that. So let me back up here. You've been doing great the last few weeks with the training overall. How are you feeling overall?
Good. The one where I did the double lower half, that where you hold for the 8 seconds, that one is a butt kicker. I mean, I definitely feel that one, especially the next day. So, but I'm feeling good. I feel I'm stronger and, all of that. So
you feel like clothes are fitting better, generally speaking? Do you feel?
Yeah, I do. I do more so with my legs,
Oh, good.
and that type of thing. Yeah. But like I said, this little, and it's nothing crazy, but for
Yeah.
me, it is,
Yeah, I get it. So like we've made so much progress since we started, and you're way more in tune with your body now than you were before we got going in all this, right? And with that, sure, we're going to see improvements. You're going to feel improvements. Things are going to get better. Your body composition has gotten better. Um, you know, some of those numbers have definitely improved, but you're going to notice the things you still want to fix. Right. And this is good because this is what the long-term, picture holds for us. Right. So let's talk about the belly specifically. You're going to go get your numbers. You're going to check into thyroid levels, see if maybe there's an adjustment on the med you could that he might suggest. Maybe he wants to boost the thyroid, and that will help for sure if that's the case. As time progresses and you get more consistent in this higher level of the training we've been doing recently, you're going to see changes come about. All right. The other thing is there's a seasonal aspect to how our bodies will respond to what we're doing. All right. So spring and summer are upon us for us here in the Northern Hemisphere. Right. It's going to be winter and for some of my clients in Australia, New Zealand, but for us, spring and summer is upon us. Typically, this is typical, not definite for everybody, but the body has an easier time releasing excess in the warmer months. Right?
Okay.
It kind of makes sense because for health and safety, we need a little bit more insulation in the colder months of winter, right? The body has a tendency, especially if we're training and eating like we do, and you have been, to release more easily some excess body fat. Okay, so you might find that your stomach is naturally going down during the spring and summer coming up in the next few months. All right, as long as you're sticking with this new life routine that you're on, which should not be a problem because you've been mastering it very easily. And so I think all other factors aside, I think over the next several months, you'll see some of the menopause belly coming down. And also what I've seen with a lot of other female clients is that the more they get away from the menopausal phase being put behind them, the more their body is willing to change in the directions that they want it, as long as they're doing the things that make it happen, right? There's
Right.
some women that totally go off the rails during and after menopause, and then they never bother to change anything. Everything is in the hands of the doctors and the surgeons, right? That's not going to end well. You're being very proactive in your approach. And so like these ladies I've trained, the ones who are proactive, as they get further away from the menopausal period, and they keep training and eating properly and doing the right things, and they're not taking bad counterproductive supplements and maybe scaling down to the things they should be taking that actually make sense and are beneficial, in time they find that their bodies do start tightening up even more, and belly's going down, hips and thighs getting into reasonable condition to be able to wear shorts or a bathing suit in the summer, et cetera, et cetera. So all that to say that if you keep doing what you're doing and let time progress and let your natural physiology do its thing, the belly is going to go down on its own. But also, if the doctor can see that there's some obvious adjustments to make in your dosages, that might be something that could speed up the process as well.
Right. Okay.
Makes sense?
All right. Yeah.
But this was easy. Like, you got everything covered. I think you just wanted to hang out on Zoom and talk and catch up a little bit.
Yeah. No.
Which is good. It's good because it re-energizes you.
Well, I mean, the kids help, my son and daughter-in-law really helped out by.
Yeah, that was big.
They had things dialed in, and they were wanting to do that because, they were going to be gone for a longer time than they have before. And so, so that worked out huge. I mean, like I said, lunches were made, clothes were laid out, bags were packed,
Yeah. That's a huge help, because it allows you to have more time and space to do the things that they know are important to you now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So give them thanks from Joey Atlas as well, please.
I will do that.
It really means a lot, because it does help.
Then I'll be back Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we fly Thursday to go to Hawaii.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
we've been Hawaii has been one of our goal milestone markers that we've been eyeballing.
Right.
Hence why we've kicked things up a notch. So on that note, March 20th, that is, right?
March 17th.
17th. So how do you feel right now as we look at that? Like, knowing a month or so ago, like you said, hey, we're going to Hawaii. Like, I want to kick things up a notch. You feel we're in a good groove right now?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want to keep it going in that direction.
Yes, we want to stay in the groove, even after Hawaii.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
All right. So on that note, let's make sure when you get home, you get right back into the full swing of things, right? Make sure you keep the stretching going, because we don't want any kind of like weird back stuff, taking us off track, right? You've been doing great with that. No issues recently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So.
And that's really it. I mean, you've been doing awesome with the foods too. The nutrition has been like stellar. So yeah, like, you're like model client. You make me so proud. You make what I do easy. You make me look good.
Okay, so why I'm here? So for today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday morning, what would you recommend as far as getting the fitness workout sides in?
So stay with body zone training. For example, like what did you have planned for today?
Well, I didn't know if I should start, back on the lower body, day one.
So you got, I would say, two options. You could do day one lower body plus a body weight cardio indoors.
Okay.
All right. Or you could flip flop. You could do abs core today with some body weight cardio.
Okay.
And then do lower body and body weight cardio tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm saying body weight cardio, but if there's like a cardio machine there that you like using that gets you to break a sweat with the heart rate up, then by all means use that. I think the Peloton's not working there, right?
No, it isn't. I tried it last night. They need to activate it. So that's
All
really
right,
all
don't worry. The body weight cardio stuff is great. Like,
right.
I'd actually prefer you to do that because you're going to
Okay.
get more bang for the buck per minute.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
pick your favorite ones, or if they're in the playlist, pick that. Or if you have some of your favorites that you want to go to, just go to
Okay.
those. Whichever ones you do, doesn't matter. The key is that you're doing them in addition to whatever specific body zones you're training that day.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. What else was I going to say? That's it. I think we're good.
Okay. So
Are we good?
Yep, we're good. So if I get in a spot, I may shoot you a quick text, but
please
like
do.
I said, I'm feeling really good about it. And yeah, so
don't hesitate to text either. Like if you feel the need, just reach out and we'll do some emergency coaching.
Okay.
Right. All right. I know you're good though. We got all the bases covered. You're going to train now. Body weight cardio. You're going to eat great. We got the next several days to a week covered into next week. Yeah, you're good. You're gonna hit Hawaii feeling really awesome.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm happy about that.
Beautiful. All right. We good for the day? I'm looking forward to an awesome summary check-in tonight then from you.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Okay. So this was actually a really good recording. There's some, see, I told you there's some good stuff on here, right?
Good. Yes, there are.
Absolutely. Is it cool if I share this like
yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Awesome. All right, Debbie, sending prayers of safety and progress and lots of love and fun there with the kids.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's it. I'll look forward to an awesome summary tonight. All right.
Great.
All right. Sending love out to the other side of the US.
Yeah, in Reno.
Reno. And that's it. We're good.
Yep, we're good. All right.